Alright. And we are go. Hello everyone, welcome back to D&D. My name is Ben Draper, your host, and these are my contestants. Who dies to orcs this week? How's it going, everyone? We come back, get straight into it. So last week you headed from the capital all the way up to Northgard, sort of on your way. You saw Professor Rast, Archmage Rast, and he gave you a little memory box thing for helping out with Professor Terwin, who's now disappeared. You went past Krigan, saw Lighthouse of Krigan and the Chromatic Cliffs. You faced off against some sea spawn after a storm pushed you into some rocks, which was kind of interesting. Mazzy let a child get dragged out to sea by some priest thing in the night.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like they were having fun, so I didn't want to interrupt.
No, to be fair, it's a valid thing. You guys had a pretty rough day, and you got a lot, to go. No point risking your lives. No point risking your lives when, I mean, for all you guys know, that could have been a decent, actually good thing. You never bloody know. And you went past a convoy of ships. From within, you heard this roar, and Mazzy was able to identify these sort of roar. It was very, very similar to that of Albers and Dazza and Lila. The dragons who you met in the last campaign, so you can safely assume that it was a dragon in there, and you momentarily thought, fuck this thing, let's go back, but you decided against that and kept on going up. Keep it on going up. You passed White Parish, you made it to the camp, and you met with Daviak and your four counterparts, so the four other characters you will have: Giri, Balzanor, Nevedo, and Maximilian Mittens, Harian. There, Daviak basically told you the plan, that within Northgard, so obviously Northgard's been captured by the orcs, people are inside as slaves, and a siege has been going on for about 6 or 7 months now. The Cathedral of Pelor, this massive building, has now been turned into a sort of tower from which Grumpsh, the god of the orcs and goblins, commander of the 5th layer of hell, the eternal war, watches over the area with a beady eye, basically telling them of what's coming, strengths, weaknesses, everything like that. You sort of learned by this point that Grumpsh can be like so accurate. He can tell like a specific orc that, oh, the person you're fighting against has a bad knee, be mobile. That kind of specificity, whatever, in English. But like all orcs, he can be distracted with a big enough boom or enough violence. So you were given the task of coming up with a distraction to distract sort of Grumpsh's gaze. For another team of you, the four of which you guys have picked, head into the city, take out the tower, take the eye off the tower, and head. And from there, Daviak would lead a troop into to the city, and while the orcs and goblins were sort of confused, and without the help of their sort of master tactician god, they would die. They would presumably fail to hold the city for very much longer. So we pick up, I have notes in places. We pick up the session, the morning after, sort of. So you guys got there sort of the night before. It was sort of late evening. You got there, you've had this discussion, and you've now sort of woken up. So you've set off in the late morning of quite an important day. Today, Northgard shall no longer be in control of the orcs and under the watchful eye of Grumpsh. Today is a bit of a do-or-die situation. Give it all, or this bloody war will see no end. Which of you guys, well, first of all, which of you guys, so for the benefit of everyone else, who is everyone being? Because you obviously have two characters.
Who wants to go first?
Are you playing?
I believe I'm still playing Doc in Distraction Crew.
Playing the Vader Stone.
Playing Balzanor Blaze.
Playing Giri Kubo.
Awesome. These characters are sort of the side characters you made for a bit of a one-shot we did, where you guys were sort of attacking a
Yeah,
camp.
Doc's
apart
definitely
from,
the side
apart from
character.
Doc's. Doc's
Can't do him
still
dirty like that.
Doc's still the good old fashioned Dokrumir. Everyone else is the sort of side characters you made for the one shot between campaigns at the sort of early stages of the war. And what is the distraction plan? What is your plan of sort of how you're planning on distracting things? Should everything go well, what should go down?
We're gonna go hit the supply camp, aren't we?
Yeah, that's when go head north around the city, hit the camp with all the supplies, and make a big boom. That's why we're bringing Nevedo and Balzanor.
Balzanor, that's it. Balzanor.
Awesome. Yeah, so I gave you guys a couple of options in the week of what to choose or to come up with your own options. You took one of the options, a camp in the forest just north of Northgard, seen as very much untamed wildlands kind of thing. It's where they're sort of setting up supply runs from their sort of larger bases and home bases in the north all the way down south. This is the largest camp between Northgard and the far north, so you kind of figured make a big enough boom there with the supplies, and it should draw the eye of Grubish over. So, you set off. The day is calm, the sun shines down upon you, but with clouds looming over the horizon. You begin your long march up the River Apalan Senior, the sort of large river that separates the camp of men and the camp of the south and Northgard. Your first job is to get across it, and you sort of know exactly where you're going. But before we do that, as it will be about a day's journey, could everybody roll me one singular survival check as their characters, just to see sort of how the day will go on. All right, that looks like.
Oh, it's not looking great.
That doesn't. No, that could be better. So you make tracks heading north. Well, heading actually technically west. If I just put you on the sort of main map, you can sort of see where I'm looking at if you zoom in a fair bit. So you guys start around here, just sort of south in between these two things. And the River Palan, if you sort of think of it as like the Thames in terms of size, but that's sort of it is like medium point. It's very, very deep, and obviously you're heading off with Chikara, aren't you?
Oh yeah, oh shit, yeah.
Chikara is
Oh
heading
god,
off.
I got a lot to keep track of. That's cool, yeah.
You're heading off with Chikara. On Chikara, the only obviously issue is that maybe not all of you could fit on Chikara. Dokrumir with his heavy armor and Balzanor Blaze, a frickin' Minotaur, 7 foot tall, with a great club on his back, probably can't fit all on Chikara, but it's.
Oh, what are you on about? I'm clearly the lightest here. I don't take up any space. What are you on about?
That's a whole different session, isn't it, JJ?
After dark.
Good night for the sun.
You begin to head east, heading sort of up the river. The river is very, very calm. Today, you can see sort of the ripples in the water sort of glinting off of the sunlight, or the sunlight glinting off the ripples, whatever. It's quite nice. It's actually quite a nice day. In different circumstances, it would just be a very, very nice walk, but obviously circumstances aren't the best right now, and you're heading for quite an important mission. It gets to about here, just about out of the sort of reach of, out of the eye of a lot of the sort of surrounding smaller encampments of Northgard, where you decide to make your crossing. It's this sort of riverbank where a lot of stones and stuff have sort of stockpiled up, making it a shallow area for you guys and Chikara to pass. And to start off with, could everyone make me a perception check?
What if it's got consequences?
Also, someone got TV on in the background.
Fucking finally. I don't know.
You say perception, so
Yeah, perception.
Minus
Oh.
2 to see what we get.
Oh wow.
Still 17.
I'll take that.
We do take those.
I'll definitely take that.
Dokrumir would probably be the first to notice as you get sort of towards this, towards the thing. If I can just quickly, that's the wrong page.
Look, I think we
zoom
can
out.
hear Hattie in the background.
Oh,
Yeah,
she has got
yeah.
TV on.
So, Dokrumir, you're the first to sort of hear something strange, something not quite right. You are sort of like, you can obviously hear Chikara's footsteps next to you, but you can also hear this other just thud, 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 walking across. And you begin to hear, also, did everyone get my message about, so all these sort of new characters could pick either Goblin or Orcish to sort of learn as a language. Don't know if anyone's added that to their character sheet. But
Time,
for
sorry, we didn't finish work till nearly 6 o'clock today.
yeah, that's cool. But for those of you who would pick Goblinoid, you begin to hear the sounds of someone shouting or people talking in quite a sort of light-hearted, fairly casual manner, as well as the sort of yips and strange noises of some clearly smaller goblins. And over the horizon, not over the horizon, over the sort of water, Dokrumir, you begin to see these figures looming. There are sort of 2 medium humanoids and 2 much smaller humanoids, and one particularly large one that you haven't really seen before. Its skin sort of mottled green, has this brutish figure, and with your survival checks, they probably see a little bit of you. So I'll just move you over to the sort of map I've got just over here. So these guys over here, if you think, are sort of 30, maybe 40 feet further up this river. They've maybe seen you. They're still a little ways away. What would you like to do? You can definitely see. You've definitely seen them.
Shove Chikara behind this bush.
Yeah. You can sort of get Chikara to move behind the bush. Chikara's quite quick on her feet. She clearly knows something's up. My regular sort of handler, my regular person isn't here. What's sort of going on? And you're able to sort of quite nicely control her, move her around. I think these are meant to be like big sort of trees.
Yeah. Should we just
trees.
try and hide because they can't get to us that easily? So just let them pass.
You can walk over this. You can walk over all of this area. It counts as
is it
difficult
quite a
terrain.
shallow river?
Yeah. This is the sort of shallow point with all the rocks, except for this bit here where it's quite deep.
Okay.
Otherwise, all of this counts as difficult terrain. Walking
Okay, let's
through
go.
the water.
Let's go kill him then. No, I'm joking. This looks like quite a substantial combat, but happy with whatever. We do have some punch in this team.
So we're going for plan hide.
Let's at least give it a whirl.
See if we can lure him in.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, this is metagaming, but I don't think this is the main combat we're going to have. So if we expend everything here, we're going to be in a bit of trouble, I think. So
I wouldn't say that's metagaming at all. I think you know the main thing is obviously getting to the camp. This is just some people in your way. Almost.
Yeah.
No, I think as a team, our focus is the camp, so we'll try and avoid conflict here.
Yeah. So if you're going to hide, where sort of on the map would you and your characters hide? You've got sort of Chikara trying to hide behind this tree, which I'm not exactly sure would work amazingly, but you can still roll stealth. I'd probably say with disadvantage for Chikara. And
should we get that out of the way first before we bother with any of the other stuff?
Probably a good idea. She's this quite big thing trying to hide trying to hide
Come
behind
on,
a
come on, baby.
single
Come on.
trunk.
Oh, that's chorus.
Well, if everyone else rolls me stealth anyway, just
For the fun of it.
just for the fun of it, just for posterity, it might be able to lead to something interesting.
Wow. There you go. Oh,
my God.
fantastic. Guess I better fire up a thunderbolt.
Oh my lord.
There is a reason. This
I mean,
team
I was
wasn't
never
on the
really very
distracted
stealthy.
team. Oh my god! So you guys are sort of walking by, and this team is sort of is heading by. These two goblins are sort of clearly kind of angry at each other, pushing each other around. You know, like little sort of boys who have like a feud with their brother. They're just sort of pushing and punching each other around. Whereas the two hobgoblins have a sort of they have a rope each that's tied around the neck of this much larger creature. It's a large creature with like these long claws on their hands. Their nose takes up like most of their face. Massive, sort of horrifying mouth. And they sort of get closer and closer as you guys are trying to hide. But immediately, one of the small goblins just sort of looks around. Just seems to like shout and scream. And now they'll probably be around here, and they're going to move. Especially these two goblins, they're going to move sort of 5, 10, 15. I'll give them just like a tiny bit of movement. Just this 5, 10, 15. Just as these hobgoblins begin to see, like, what the shit? Humans, southerners, unleash it! And they cut the sort of rope from off this massive thing's neck. And I guess very quickly we'll roll into initiative. This has been a very, very sort of quick initiative set. I'm quickly write up some initiative scores for this dude.
Well, we're not very stealthy, so we didn't really have the benefit of an early
Matt,
attack.
you're about to realise, Matt, the pain of being a spellcaster with a good area spell, but going quite low in initiative, so everyone's together, so you can't use it.
Yeah.
Unless you're a psychopath.
Wow.
15 from them, that's +2. So
I think this is Sam's way of telling us we need to attack in a line so he can fireball the guys ahead.
So we've got goblins, we got...
I
just
can't tell you the
refreshing
amount of times we've been in the combat and I've gone second, and I had the perfect opportunity to fireball, and then Oramis has been before me and he's just run in, and it's like, for fuck's sake.
Listen, I've got not much else going on. So.
You've got range.
Range, that's true.
I mean, I had
Oramis
range
with his
before.
120-foot range Eldritch Blast when you need him.
We'll kick off the combat then with the goblins, funnily enough, going first with a damn high initiative roll. Let me just get up. Goblin stats. Bloody hell. I've got so many stats written in this thing now, it's great. Alright, so what are these little goblins going to do? The little goblins... I don't think they even have the range to attack you. Is that 80 feet? 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 30, 35, 40, 30. Okay, yeah, they can attack some of you. Seeing as Nevado's the most out in the open, they're probably going to go for Nevado.
Yeah, nice hiding.
Both of them with their little short bows.
I do
definitely a
understand
miss.
in animal shape. I'm a mouse.
That one's definitely a hit. So you take 3 piercing damage as the first goblin sort of knocks up an arrow, but the other one sort of pushes him because they're still like being a dick to each other. So like the first one just pushes, like manages to sort of get a sort of arrow. It doesn't make a very clean hit, but it still sort of scratches you for 3 damage. These two are going to go, and they're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So the water's difficult terrain, Ben, yeah?
Yeah, the water is difficult terrain. Also, each of these sort of larger rocks counts as half cover. So does this log here, and so does being behind the sort of center point of the tree. So also, Nevedo, you are technically in... no, not Nevedo. Giri, you are in half cover there as well.
Sweet.
Doc, you're in full cover because you're behind a massive fucking elephant. Good job.
Chikara's very careful about her weight.
Next up, we do have...
Ben.
These guys are going to fire with their longbows because I forgot about that. Probably also at Nevada, they're going to sort of
Leave me alone.
Get up on you real quick. Starting the hobgoblins off with a crit. That's lovely. That's really, really fantastic. That's 6. That's 5. That's 11 plus. Dear God. That's 11 plus 2 plus 1. Could you take 12 damage from me from the first shot, Nevada? And what's your AC? Is it 16 hit?
Yeah.
16 hits. That's 4 damage from the second shot from these two sort of hobgoblins who move around their smaller smaller counterparts, pull out these longbows in a very practiced sort of shot, kneel down and manage to take shots. Both of them very easily hitting you. One sort of hitting between your studded leather armor. Next up, we have Doc.
I'm going to stay behind the elephant. I will cast a cheeky bless on everyone.
Oh. Bless.
That's plus 1d4
Cheeky little
to
bless.
every attack roll and saving throw for as long as the spell lasts.
Nice. Sam, you rolled initiative twice.
Yeah, I rolled it for Chikara.
Right.
Chikara's 16.
Right, okay. Awesome.
I can change it every time if it's easy for you, but I will not get it every time.
Yeah, just tell me what.
Yeah, okay.
Just tell me when you're rolling for just for Chikara. Next up, we have, if that's everything, Doctor.
Yeah.
We have Nevedo. Nevedo, you've been hit a couple of times by.
Here we go. He's been waiting for this.
You've been hit a couple of times by a couple of dudes. I'm seeing some shit being lined up.
Oh, you might be able to get 3 of them there.
That's what I'm aiming for. Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. All right.
Hopefully, all 3.
All 3 of them. Yeah, it does a 100-foot thing. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 80. Yeah, definitely. Definitely goes through all of them. Roll stroke of lightning, forming a line 100 feet long, 5 feet wide. Blast out from your direction you choose. Each creature in a line must make a dex saving throw. Creature has 8d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much. What's the DC?
15.
15. All right. So Hobgoblin. Ooh, Hobgoblin passes. Little Goblin fails, but even if he passes, I suspect 8d6, he dies either way, probably. And the Troll fails.
Oh,
Roll.
let this be big. Let this be big.
1 sec. I'm struggling to roll the damage because everything has disappeared off my character sheet.
Eh?
Yeah. Yeah. I have nothing. Oh, there we go. I found
Yep,
it.
you were in bio.
Being an idiot. Okay. Can you tell I don't use spells very often?
It should be in your attacking thing. It should just be
On your main sheet.
on your on your main bit on attacks and spellcasting.
It absolutely is not.
It absolutely is not. All right, just roll 8d6 then on the side bit. We'll just do that.
Well,
32.
that's nice.
Nice.
That is certainly nice. What's the DC? The DC for the set. Oh, they've already
That's almost
done
as
the
much
passes and
damage as I
saves.
rolled against Ben last night for a lightning bolt.
Yeah, that was mean. I paladin with 23 hit points and he hits me for 27. It's fucking mean.
Did you
man.
survive?
Huh? I survived in the end. Yeah. That was brutal. Yeah. So that
Yeah, I only rolled
definitely.
6 out of 8 dice because I knew he was already down.
That definitely gets the goblin. Half of 32 doesn't even fucking matter because it's over 11. So that also gets the hobgoblin. No point in him even fucking trying. And that definitely hits the troll. So what does your sort of thunderbolt look like when you cast it? I know you have the staff, the little character sheet.
You know what Pikachu's thunderbolt looks like, you know.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Sort of raise up the staff, and this yellow sort of spark of lightning begins to sort of form from it as you say the word. Suddenly, this like thunderous zap of lightning just goes straight through. You can see the hobgoblin makes an attempt to move, and he would have moved pretty quickly, but even just the sort of side spark just goes straight through the heart, ends up dead in the river. Little goblin, not much to say other than he got fucking fried. And the lightning bolt sort of zaps at this massive troll in the background, and it just sort of roars, this sort of hellish roar as it smashes straight into its chest. It stumbles back for a brief second before managing to sort of regain its footing almost. Is that everything, Nevado?
Yeah.
Yeah? Awesome.
I'm definitely feeling a flexing competition between Nevado and Balzamon. Balzanor. I can't remember that, Matt. I don't know why.
Oh, that's why. Because you went. So last. All right. We now go to Sir Troll.
What did he roll?
Pardon?
What did he roll?
The troll rolled 16.
Oh, right, okay.
Unfortunately. So the troll on its turn, you can see this sort of like burning sort of mark in its chest where the thunderbolt has hit it. And when it sort of starts its turn, you can see that this burning begins to sort of cauterize over and then slowly heal somewhat as a sort of, seems like some kind of trope of these things is that they can somewhat heal certain wounds, and you can see the sort of burning sort of flesh over a little bit. It still sort of is shaken by the quite massive strike to it, but it remains up, and it's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I think it has to stop there because there's nowhere else it can go. Actually, no, it's going to go 25. It can't go 30 because it's difficult terrain, so it's going to have to stay there. Beginning to sort of move over this quite rushing river. Not much on its turn. Actually, no, it's going to dash. It's going to dash because it's pretty pissed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Not much of a dash, but hey ho. Giri, you are up.
Do you mean Chikara?
Chikara, you are up. I've got it in Chikara's role.
I mean, not being a combat animal, having just seen lightning being called forth, I think Chikara's going to stay right where she is.
That's fair. That's a fair.
Just pretty happy
assumption.
where she is. So now, Gary.
Now, Gary.
Go on, Nick.
Welcome to Balzamon.
You rolled lower than I did.
Yeah, he rolled very low.
Sorry, I thought Gary had already been at the top of the order. My apologies.
Nah. Right. So this little goblin at the back's in half cover, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So is that disadvantage, or is it just an add into AC?
That's an bonus to AC.
Okay. I'm gonna use my longbow, try and get 2 shots off to the guy at the back, that goblin.
Yep. Roll to hit.
Alright, as Ben and I found out earlier, the longbow is not my strength.
Swear to God, if you roll like a... Yeah, no, that didn't hit. Your first arrow goes wide, unfortunately.
Try that again. That's got to hit.
That does hit. Roll damage.
Oh, I keep clicking. Sorry, guys, keep clicking the wrong thing.
Is that a 0 damage by a chance?
That is 0
Oh
damage.
dear.
Your arrow sort of
Oh
hits,
dear.
but as this sort of goblin is wearing quite clothes clearly not meant for it, it's clearly like pillaged some farm or whatever and got the clothes from a regular sized human. So all these clothes are sort of flapping in the wind, and as your thing hits, it just hits a bit of fabric just below its arm and sort of goes through, and it just stays like in the fabric. It's like, huh?
I can't
Sort of,
wait for you to roll a 1 on
flapping
damage and do minus damage.
Your arrow heals the target for 1.
Yeah. This is literally Gary's nightmare of a combat situation.
I'm almost tempted to say that minimum damage is 1, because even if you have a minus, like, it doesn't make sense for things to deal minus damage or even 0 damage because you've hit it. But I don't
The
know.
I would
target is
accept
slightly
that.
bruised.
I would accept that charity with open arms, Ben.
I think I might do that. I was thinking this way back when Gylndan rolled like 0 on damage because he had -1 in strength. So yeah, I think I might implement that as a thing. If you roll 0 damage or any minus damage, it just deals 1, because obviously it doesn't make sense otherwise. So you did deal somewhat as it sort of goes through. It sort of cuts this goblin a little bit, dealing just 1 petty bit of damage.
Yeah, you basically gave it a haircut.
Yeah, you just sort of
Little
gave it like a tiny little scar that it's obviously going to upplay to all of its friends, saying, "Oh yeah, I went up against an owl bear and all I got was a
if
tiny
it
scar."
survives.
Yeah. If it survives, that's
Yeah,
a
it's
very
probably got 60
scary
hit
point.
fire damage coming this way momentarily.
So, but I'm going to pull back behind the tree.
Yep.
While just muttering curses to myself.
Fair enough.
Oh, you should have had 1d4 on both of those rolls. Not the,
Just the attack, not the actual damage roll.
the attack roll, yeah.
No, it didn't make a
It
difference.
probably wouldn't have made a difference to the first one.
Finally, Balzanor.
Here we go. Much
Right,
hype.
well, I'm probably not going to do anything too dramatic because I'm planning to save my major spells, but I'll move up to here.
You hear that, Sam? Saving spells.
Nah.
Hey.
What's wrong with using a fireball for 2 goblins?
I'm not going to use a fireball, but I'm going to use a firebolt.
Good
That's
man.
fair. That's a good use.
This guy.
That guy rolled a hit.
Where is firebolt? Don't accidentally hit fireball. Firebolt.
It's a cantrip.
Yes, it is.
Does that hit? Does that hit? Does
Oh,
that hit?
probably
Unfortunately, that
not.
doesn't hit.
Plus 1d4.
Plus
Plus
1d4. Roll a d4.
Please be a 4. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
That doesn't hit, I'm afraid. Your
That's
fireball
fun.
sort of goes whizzing past this troll as it sort of like just begins to sort of growl and curse at you.
as he's done that spell, can I just look at him and just go, my guy?
Tell you what, I'll come to finish my go. I'll come over here and give you a high five.
Hey, top shelf. I'm really reaching for this high five.
Down low.
All right.
Is that the sort of voice your guy speaks in, Matt?
Oh,
Down low.
Down low.
down low.
I'm Batman. We'll move it on to the goblin's turn, and I'm going to turn my light on because it's very dark in here. The goblin's turn. This guy will take another shot at Nevado, who's still sort of out in the open, and just hurled a lightning bolt at a bunch of his friends. So he's going to give it a shot. That's 16 plus 2, 18. I'm assuming hits.
Oh, these
Roll
guys
the damage.
got it in
That's
for you,
6.
Luke.
That's 6 plus 2. You take 8 piercing damage as the hobgoblin manages to fire a shot into you, and he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and get half cover behind this rock here. So like fires off a really, really quick shot, moves to cover, sort of wading through a lot of the water, which just comes up to about his knees, manages to just push up against this quite large rock. This little goblin here is... Oh, what's he going to do? I think he's probably seen the troll like running up and going like... He's going to follow the troll. So...
Oh, what a bad decision.
5, 10,
Go on, line them up.
15,
Line them up.
Oh, they're just getting excited.
25, 30. Actually, I think he's going to go like here. Just sort of moving, seeing his sort of hobgoblin friend go sort of into cover and then from cover to cover kind of thing. Moving on up the way. Will he take a shot? I think he'll probably take a shot at Nevado, because Nevado's still sort of out in the open.
Leave me.
I mean, we all kind of like hid.
Don't worry, you rolled a
Leaving you out
2. The as he sort of you can see this little goblin leaps on top of this log and tries to take a sort of skill shot because his friend's now dead. He's kind of not friend. The other goblin he was sort of fighting for sort of betterness over is now dead. He sort of jumps and tries to hit this leaping shot off of the log, but it misses completely, and he lands with a bit of a stumble, and he just sort of like begins to wade through the water. Now this water's sort of going up to his chest. He is trying to do trick shots because he's getting a bit cocky. Mainly because the other little goblin's dead, and he clearly had some kind of competition or hatred for him, so he's a bit happier now. Doc!
My guy needs to be killed.
Yo, my dude.
Well, I can't make as many of them. I've got a concentration spell up. Step out and cast a little sacred flame.
Sacred flame.
This guy. Which means he
On
needs to
this
make
guy.
a Dex save.
Dex save. He
DC
will
15.
not have advantage because no, he's not really behind cover. DC 15. He rolled a 16 with 0 to whiz, so he just passes.
It's dexterity.
That's a very good point. Then he gets +1, so he
He still
passes.
more just passes.
Would you
He
add
still
any
passes.
penalty for him being in difficult terrain to a dexterity
Not-
save?
Ooh, that's a very good question. Let me just does difficult terrain pose disadvantage on dex saves. Quality difficult. That's a very good point. Yeah, turns out it does. And he rolled a 10, so he's actually now taken some damage. Roll the damage.
Well, that's quite good.
13 damage. That is really very good. What does your sort of sacred flame look like? I'm pretty sure you've explained this a bunch of times now, but I forget every
It's
single
like
time.
it's a bit like a glowing arrow, just sort of like thrown from the hand. So it's just like a small streak of light.
Yeah.
Just,
It's sort of
this sort of gold, yellowy gold color, just.
yeah. The sort of golden arrow streaks towards the target. The hobgoblin sort of looks up and bang, straight in his chest. He falls flat into the river, and his body begins to slowly move down the water with the rest of the stream. These things are not very tanky whatsoever. Now it is just the small goblin and the troll left. Is there anything you would like to do?
Behind cover a little bit.
Awesome. Nevado, it is your turn. You've been battered and hammered by arrows. What would you like to do, my dude?
Is it overkill to summon 4 bears?
What does your heart do?
No, wrong angle. Wrong angle.
We're talking to Nevado here, not Oramis. I am going to use a cantrip and shoot, produce flame. I think. What's the range? 30 feet.
You are just out of range, but you can move within range.
Actually, no, I'm going to move over here. And I'm going to cast a healing spell. I'm going to cast... Can I cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cast
Roll
Cure Wounds.
It's the old Dark Favourite cast Cure Wounds on himself, that one.
Roll the cure wounds. 12. That's pretty good. Max.
That's very good.
Max.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Level
Nice.
1 Cure Wounds. That's nice.
Yeah. 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 You sort of place your hand on your own chest. This healing energy sort of springs forth. These scratches and scars that these arrows have left, like slowly begin to close. I think you've taken more damage than that, so obviously not all of them close, but you feel very much rejuvenated from everything that's happened. Is that everything, Nevedo?
Yeah, that's everything.
Awesome. Now it's the troll's turn, and he'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, dash, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh dear.
But he uses action to dash.
Oh, what a dumb fool.
So we're engaged now.
He has a bonus action where he can kick you in the face.
Here he is. You can see this troll just sort of rampaging
Ta-da.
through the sort of
How did you get there?
charging and wading through the water, kicking up loads and loads of like splashes of waves as he does, and he makes it just about to you lot, looking to deal a little bit of damage. Next up is Chikara.
So Chikara's going to see this troll move in for her companions, if you like, and I think she'll make a little charge attack at this thing.
Yeah, Chikara, the elephant of war, somewhat. She has had some experience with bad guys before, so yeah, roll to hit.
So I think because I've charged, I think I can gore and then use stamp as a bonus attack.
Have you
'Cause I've
moved 20
charged.
feet in a straight line?
Let me have a look.
Oh, also, if you're moving past Nevedo, I think Nevedo has to
Deck
make-
save for Nevada.
Yeah, I think you actually have to make a deck save or fall prone.
Are you joking me?
Do it. Do it.
Not.
Dex save
Uh,
switched.
DC 12 deck save or fall prone.
I don't think it is 20 feet, so it's just a. It's not a bonus action. But I get the bonus action option.
I'm
Oh,
fine.
you're fine. You managed to sort of move
I'm
out
in
of the
tune
way
with nature
as
coming.
as this massive elephant just tramples before you. Also, one thing I forgot to mention about the troll on its turn is the damage from the lightning bolt seems to further conceal over. So now it's like hardly a scratch. Somewhat. Yeah. Roll to hit for Chikara on the troll. Stomp. Unfortunately, that doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Oh, bollocks. What's
She
the
sort
thing
of-
they see?
She goes at this thing. It just about misses. Just misses. But the troll sort of like looks at this thing coming in and almost pushes some of the sort of stomps aside, taking the brute force of the damage sort of on its arms, pushing them away. Anything else on Chikara's turn? Or
No, that's everything.
cool. Giri. you're up.
Yes. Do I get advantage if I go here?
No. It's a
With
big,
Chikara or no?
I mean,
yes.
if you occupy a square, that would give advantage for flank.
Yeah.
Although you
I
would've
would.
got
Yeah,
that.
I would say. I would
Where I
say
was
yes.
anyway. Okay.
I would say yes. Advantage on the roll. This troll is sort of trying to look back.
All right, I'm
Let's
gonna
smash
because
it,
I've got
boys.
advantage, so I'm gonna take 2 hits on both of these hits. Ben, I'm gonna take a -5 penalty on the roll,
Mm-hmm.
and then if I still hit, I get +10 damage.
Awesome.
I've still got Doc's Bless.
Yeah.
And you have Doc's
Oh,
Bless.
so I could almost negate the penalty. All right, good. Let's go. I'm excited. Oh, jeez. I got
What,
advantage.
with
At
advantage?
19.
Yeah, 19. Goes to 14.
1d.
Goes to an 18.
Boom.
That hits. That definitely hits. Roll the damage.
damage.
Two-handed, Ben. Sorry, I should have said.
Two-handed. That's fine. 6 plus 4. That's 10 damage.
20 damage.
20 damage?
Yeah, it's
Oh
plus
yes,
10.
for a plus 10 on the attack, of course. Fucking hell, yeah, that's actually
That's 1.
that's a massive hit.
I actually rolled with the wrong weapon, but I'll roll with it. Are you okay with me switching weapon in between? Nah, I'll roll with the longsword again. That's my bad. So same again. I mean, that's definitely going to hit. I feel like even without a Doc's
I mean,
Bless.
yeah, -5. Yeah, that hits roll damage.
I genuinely think that's the first time someone has hit because of Bless.
Oh, wrong thing.
Potentially.
So I get to
200.
re-roll that because it's a 1.
Is that only on great weapons though, or is that on anything?
Some great weapons. Longsword's a great weapon, isn't it? Or it might not be actually.
Great sword is a great weapon.
Yeah, that's my
but
bad.
it's
Okay, I
a
get
two-handed weapon, isn't it?
Depends on your
Oh,
personal
that's true.
opinion, doesn't it?
Oh, it's versatile. Yeah, nope. Re-roll the 1.
Oh, wielding with 2 hands. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So what is it? I'm re-rolling a D10.
D10. Yeah. He's gonna roll a 10 now because of fucking course.
3,
No, he's not.
it's
He's gonna
alright.
get a 3. So that's 3 plus 4, which is 7. But
17
plus 10,
damage.
17. Fuck. That's
37
39.
damage. Get in.
Who says fighters are useless, eh? You sort of storm up to this thing. You sort of storm up to this thing, and then you can see it sort of beginning to sort of make moves for you or Balzan, or you're not quite sure, and you immediately pull out your longsword, your katana, and just swipe straight across this thing's like legs and stomach, leaving a massive sort of gashing wound in its side with the first swipe, and then the second one again, you just leaving this huge hit over its leg, making it bleed quite profusely. It is still up. It is sort of still up. It's looking a bit worse for wear, but it is definitely still up. Then we go to, is that everything, Geary? By the way,
Yeah, that's enough, I think.
need you do more? Balzanor.
So as we just discussed, do I get flank by moving there? Because
Yes.
it's technically
Yes.
behind. Okay, right. My plan.
Oh, the flank machine.
Yeah, it's good. No, thank you for that, Sam.
That's all right.
My plan is to use Flame Blade, but I don't really know how to.
Go to the spell, and next to the spell there should be a little speech
Oh,
bubble,
level 1, level 2. Ooh.
and we can figure it out.
So 1 sec. I'll get that. Sorry.
Or it should be a thing in your
So I think I'll roll it as a standard spell.
frostbite.
Yeah, I looked at my attacks and it's not in the attacks. So
It isn't
so
in your attacks.
I thought I have to use it as an attack.
Concentration, you evoke a fiery blade in your free hand. The blade is a scimitar in size, similar size and shape to a scimitar, and lasts for the duration. If you can let go of the blade, it disappears. You can evoke the blade again as a bonus action. You can use your action to make a melee spell attack with a fiery blade. On a hit, the target takes 3d6 fire damage. The flaming blade sheds bright light in the 10-foot radius. Therefore, make a melee spell attack, which is just roll. Is it charisma?
He's a sorcerer, right?
For a sword? Yeah, sorcerer.
Yeah, it says charisma. Spellcasting ability is charisma.
Basically, just roll a charisma check, straight
Okay.
charisma, and then you add.
I've only got a 1.
Then you add proficiency.
Okay, so if I roll charisma.
So it's +3 hits.
Yeah. Okay,
then roll,
now what do I actually attack with? That's my question.
Then you roll 3d6. So you attack with sort of the flaming blade itself. So
I don't have that
roll.
written in my.
That's fine. Just go to the side
Imagery.
and side where all the dice are, and go to the d6. Just roll 3. We'll try and get that set up later
Oh
on.
my lord!
Not the best.
Useless today.
Not the best thing, but you never know. So you seem to you evoke this sort of flaming blade in one of your hands. You swipe at this thing's leg, just about catching it, and the flame seems to. It doesn't necessarily do extra damage, but this troll is definitely afraid of it, and the flame seems to briefly sort of travel up its body before very quickly disappearing.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be in your spells thing if you've dragged it in from the.
That's
It
what
wasn't in
compendium.
it wasn't in the compendium.
No, I've just got it come up in the compendium, but it might be a different flame blade. I don't know.
Might be.
Just if you want to use it again, then you'd have to do that every time.
Right. Let me have a look.
We'll figure it out. Have a look while it's not your turn. But yeah,
Have a look in the break
so
or something.
It does do the 6 damage, but it seems to sort of frighten the beast somewhat.
I rolled 3
Some adverse effect.
6s and got a 6.
Goblin's turn. This little goblin over here, seeing everything going down, he's gonna fucking run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He dashes. He's fucking gone. He is, this little goblin is.
You yeet a fireball at him while he's running.
Yeah, I mean, he's seen sort of Giri very skillfully maneuver around this troll and destroy it. He's seen an elephant go up and try and attack it. This troll is clearly getting ganged up on. What the hell is one tiny little goblin going to do? It's absolutely petrified. Runs away. The other goblins are dead. So we'll move on to Doc.
Just run around, so I got some line of sight, and hit him with another sacred flame.
Hitting him with another sacred flame.
So just another DC 15 dex save.
DC 15 dex save. What is dex? +1. So it fails dramatically.
That's not the right thing. There we go. 8.
12.
It's 8. I misclicked. It's
8
radiant damage.
8 radiant
Sacred
damage.
flame.
Nice. So that's. Alright. Yeah, you're sort of this golden arrow sort of pierces it. It's been, absolutely sort of decimated by Giri's blade. Balzanol's flame blade has seemed to scare it somewhat, and as it turns around, hearing your footsteps, it just gets smashed in the chest by this sort of golden burst, this golden arrow of light, clearly doing quite a bit of damage. Nevado, you're up, my dude.
How weak is this thing looking?
You can tell it definitely looks pretty bloodied. It's limping around a little bit. A lot of wounds and injuries in several places. Yeah.
I'm gonna step up to here. Okay. And I am going to attempt to turn this thing into a rat.
Did someone say waste of a level 4 spell slot?
That's right, I can regain it from a short rest, so.
Oh, that's fine.
That is fine. All right. What's the
Spell save DC? It has to make a wisdom save if it's a hostile creature.
wisdom save if it's a hostile creature? Does it say anything about
Well,
large
unwilling creature,
creatures?
sorry.
And an unwilling creature. Unwilling creature must make a wisdom saving throw. Spells no effect on shape change or a creature with 0 hit points. The transformation lasts for the duration until the target drops to 0 points and dies. The new form can be at least a chance rating is equal to the last of the targets. Targets gain statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics that chosen beast retains the alignment of personality. Awesome. DC 15, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom. Oh, it rolled 15 exactly. but as a -1 on wisdom.
Oh, thank God.
You see this
Wasn't a waste
troll
of
sort
a
of battered and bloody, very tired, but like sort of giving a menacing, grimacing look with anger, turn around, and it stares at Nevedo for a while where he casts this incantation, and suddenly the troll feels giddy. It feels off. It begins to stumble. And as it stumbles, you can see one of its legs suddenly shorten to an extremely small size. It falls over. The other leg goes with it. Its arms begin to go. A tail begins to grow out. It seems excruciatingly painful as it begins to transform. And as the sort of the linen sort of wrap around its waist, you can just see it shrink into this, and then out from the tiny linen wrap is a small rat. Just sort of scuttles. So now it's like that size.
Awesome.
Good job, everyone. I think we can probably safely say that initiative is.
Oh no,
Initiative is out.
I'm stepping on this thing as Chikara.
I mean, it's the troll's turn next. But does it get to make another save, or is that it? It's just
that save, unless it's concentration.
All right. Well, it's not going to do much, really. I imagine for a thing with -2 intelligence, it's going to be pretty fucking confused. So it's just
probably thought that everybody else has just grown in size, and he's still the same size.
Yeah, it's just gonna like squirm around for a little bit on its sort of lone scrum, just like moving around, making all these weird little noises. And then, funnily enough, it's Chikara's turn next. So let's see. D&D rat, just so that I know the statistics for a rat.
Oh, it's dead.
Oh,
Oh,
roll the
dear.
damage just because I'm curious.
Oh my god.
Is there anything left of it?
No.
This is cruel. This is us playing with our food.
I mean, doesn't it just take 1 damage and then turn back into a troll?
Actually, I think you might be right. So, for reverting the result of dropping.
Thanks for wasting my level 4 spell, Sam.
Well, what were you hoping to do?
I was just going to leave it. I was just going to walk away.
Any excess
Get on
damage
with the
carries over to
mission.
its normal form.
Yeah, as long as the excess damage doesn't reduce the creature's normal form to 0 hit points, it isn't knocked unconscious. The creature is limited in the actions it can perform by the nature of its new form and can't speak. Yeah, so Chikara sort of comes up and steps on the rat, lifting its huge foot. You can just see this rat broken, like bones broken and everything.
It's a
sort
rat
of bloody, squished. And then you begin to see its form mutate once more, its arm grow, but obviously its bones are all completely broken.
Oh, no.
As you can tell, the troll has also died from all this damage. And so what lies before you all now isn't... It's probably maybe the most horrifying sight we've ever had in this entire campaign, of a troll whose bones are now just complete mush, and it's just lying there like completely and unrecognizable from a troll. You're all sadistic fuckers, and you're playing with your food.
Oh yeah, not all of us are part of this.
Well, okay, Sam for stepping on the rat,
It was
and Luke
Chikara.
for turning it into a rat. We are out of initiative. The area around you goes quiet. The bodies of the hobgoblin, the 2 hobgoblins have since sort of drifted down the river. As it gets to about here, the river seems to pick up a little bit. So they've sort of drifted off and waved away. What would you like to do?
Baby Jesus.
Take a short rest.
No, I think Giri will say, like, the one got away. We need to get away from here quickly.
Yeah.
We're not safe here.
Yeah.
So we'll just head on for another couple of hours before we have a short rest. Nevado. I know you like staying in the open where you can take damage, but
yeah, fair enough. You head on then. So if I just shove you back on the map, you head on away from the river up to these sort of hills over here, and here you sort of begin to think that the coast is somewhat clear. It's very evident from how far you guys have traveled now that the orcs and goblins are very much, they're almost too reliant on they're too reliant on Grumpsh's eye, keeping them sort of in the know. So there's not really many guards in the very far distance. From the angle you guys have sort of come around, you can see these patrols with these sort of large ogres and trolls moving with the patrols. But
How many times did you want to say patrols in one sentence?
oh, I think I can fit a couple more in, but now that you've said it, I'm not going to. And you are somewhat free by the side of this hill to take a short rest. Just this sort of area of low sort of flat ground to take a short rest. If everyone wants to sort of do hit dice and things they can do, restore spell slots they need. Second level, you can regain some of your magical energy. During a short rest, you can choose to spend spell slots to recover the spell slots. You can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half your druid level rounded up. So that's 4. And none of the spell slots can be 6th level or higher. You can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. Good job.
Is this a good time for a break if we're about to go into it?
Yeah. This can be a decent time for a break. If you got,
I'm just thinking I don't mind taking it a bit later, but if we're about to go into
it seems
storming a whole supply camp,
a natural stopping point, having just finished one thing.
Yeah. Cool.
Break.
Yeah. We can take Evil in disguise. We pick back up the session after you guys have just taken a short rest as everyone rolled hit dice and stuffs. I'm going to give that one a big fat no, because no one's rolled any hit dice that needs to roll it.
There's only one of us.
How do I do
There's only
that?
one of us that needs to.
Just click your hit dice as many times.
Oh, that's for
as you
health,
need
yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Also repair spell slots should you need them. Yeah.
No, I don't recover hit dice on a short.
How much damage did you take if you have already lay on hands to yourself?
How much damage did you take in that, actually?
I got down to... So I got 51 max health. I was down to 23, I think.
Oh my god.
That's quite heavy.
Yeah.
I did say hide.
I'm just not aware of the amount of damage you've taken.
Yeah, so what would you guys be doing on your short rest? Obviously, it's an hour of sort of restful, light activity.
I'm meditating.
Yep, that's fair enough. You're...
Chilling. Maybe getting,
Checking.
I mean, this is one of the first opportunities probably I've had with this crew, so maybe just like getting to know people a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, basic introductions have been done and stuff, and plans have been made, but I don't imagine we've had a lot of downtime together yet. Just sort of getting to know everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably quite interested in Giri and Balzanor, who are both foreign entities in different ways. Balzanor being a Minotaur, and Giri being a samurai.
Yeah, samurai.
I'm just going to respond to Doc and just say, look, this isn't a personal affair. Just call me Sword, call him Fire while I point at the Minotaur, and call him Lightning. Actually, call him Bear Boy. You haven't seen that yet, but you will see it.
You're in for a treat, mate.
I joke. I'll retort. Just say a little bit about how we know Mazzy and stuff like that. We'll probably share some stories about Mazzy. And Doc will be like, "Oh yeah, he hits
he's a bit of a
everything."
prick,
I'll
that
say,
Mazzy,
actually,
isn't
the one mission we did with him, he didn't hit shit.
Yeah,
You probably retort.
a tower and just
You probably retort with something. You'd all probably retort with something like, "Oh yeah, we've heard of your Mazzy. Daviak said he's not that much of an archer, really. Not that much of a warrior. He sort of gave up on the soldiering business. Respectful guy, obviously. We fought with him, but not really. Not much of an archer.
Not a professional.
It's just gonna be like a pissing contest of like them pissing up Daviak and I'm pissing up Mazzy. It's just their behalf.
I've clearly got to join in with the pissing up of Mazzy, haven't I? This is going to be fun.
That fucker with his beautiful beard and fucking
His unscarred face.
his unscarred face. Ugh. What a
Balzanor
joke.
didn't meet Mazzy.
No, he didn't.
I'm clearly getting an opinion of him.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah, Balzanor, you probably would have been with Daviak and Co. for, if all that stuff with the North, if that happened about 6 months ago, you've probably been with the company about 3 to 4 months. It was fairly soon after things got really heated in the North that your skills were sort of called upon.
We'll fire
by
with
Daviak.
fire.
Oh, I was going to say they needed more firepower. Mazzy.
Yeah, so obviously you guys, Mittens and Mazzy, and maybe even Giri with the sort of samurai getup would have come from the sort of some of the other continents on the Earth, on the world. Obviously,
There's
Minotaurs
other
and
continents?
Leon. Yeah. I believe I've said that multiple times.
Yeah, you said
But you
that
guys
when-
can travel too if you ever
Mittens
decide.
came in because obviously he's a big lion.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, obviously there's
Oh
other
my
continents
god.
much larger than Amber. Obviously Amber isn't a very big place. You can travel north to south in about a week and a half.
Don't forget the vampire genocide as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That was the day I dropped that in the chat.
Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, there are other continents, other things. Actually, thinking about it, this isn't really spoilers or anything, but thinking about it, Giri, if you are from elsewhere, Mittens and Balzanor might actually ask, where's all your dragons? Because in these other continents, they have metallic dragons. Every now and again. They are rare, but they are about. They fly about and do all sorts of stuff there. They're seen as good. They help people out. They never had this massive war like Ambyr did.
If they ask where the dragons are, and Doc just goes,
I don't know. What do you want about?
It's a big war, and they all died.
I guess
Nevada
will go off on about how awful the dragons were and that we scourged the country of their vermin, because he's got no loyalties to the dragon. He's the only the local, and then Doc's sitting there being like, "Oh, this is my racist grandfather sitting over here."
nice.
Nice, yes. You all you sort of learn a little bit more about each other and maybe about the world. Very lovely. And once your short rest is up, you begin the delve into the forest. Where are Ben's notes on the forest? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So as you enter the north, things begin to feel kind of strange. Nevado, for you, it would actually probably feel quite sad. As you pass through the trees, you can see fields of burned and charred trunks of wood, where beautiful wildlife once stood. The north is meant to be this untamed wilderness, but it seems the monstrous warband has placed it in manacles somewhat. As you pass, you see smaller animals, and possibly even a few larger animals like foxes and wolves and elk, running away from you, very, very much running away from you. The north is meant to be this place where humans and hunters and everything have no place. They are not part of the sort of table, so predators rule almost. However, obviously, since this warband has been here, and Doc, you would notice this as well when you were in the north before. That has changed because of these warbands, and it's put quite a strain on the wildlife and the environment. Obviously, before V and Vinicius, before all that, the north was seen as more of a place where you wouldn't be attacked by orcs. You were more likely to be attacked by an owl bear or some like a hippogriff or a griffin or some strange monster. The trees begin to seem less and less green the deeper you travel. But as you climb upon the crest of a hill, you can see why. You begin to near the supply camp, seeing the smokestacks off in the distance. There's no real paths in the north either, so it's quite the sort of trudge over and round things. It's almost seen as difficult terrain because there's no straight sort of paths going through, no man-made paths. After a few hours of quite hard travel through the quite untamed forest, could you all just quickly make me a perception check?
That's the wrong one.
Oh my god.
Performance. Oh my god, Balzanor, Doc, Chikara, Nevado.
Chikara is Giri.
Chikara's Giri, right.
No,
wait, Chikara's Chikara or Chikara's Giri?
Oh, I rolled that as Giri, but I had it set to Chikara as
I see.
the face.
Well, Giri and Nevado, you two are much more sort of on the ball, and being the ones probably on Chikara, you're able to call the party to a halt. Now you're nearing the camp, there are defenses, and you can hear in the distance some shouting. Shouting is sort of something along the lines of like, they're around here somewhere, boys. Grumsh, almighty Grumsh, he told us people were entering the forest. They've got to be around here somewhere. Sniff them out, boys. And as you're sort of upon this hill nearby, you can see a lot of sort of this group heading in your direction. They are unaware of you. They haven't seen you as of yet. Obviously, like I said, quite dense forest. So you could slip by. You could. What would you like to do?
Well, I don't want to speak for the group, but I'm not sure stealth is an option.
I mean, not with the perception that we've rolled, Doc.
No.
We clearly don't know anything's here, so we're like, we're just stomping around.
I could cast Pass Without Trace.
Ooh.
Does that cover everyone?
And then it should
Yeah.
cover everyone.
All creatures you choose within a 30-foot radius.
Or what does it give you?
Plus 10 stealth.
We could try that. I mean, I'm not against just like strong arming our way through. That is kind of the point of this group.
Mm-hmm.
But because if we want a distraction, we want to I get before
We
like
Want noise, don't we?
yeah. Where I get
Yeah.
before that was just on the way to this, but now we're actually at the camp. Let's just get everything.
I kind of
Yeah.
agree.
Go
Yeah.
big.
Okay.
All right,
Go big or go home.
All right, you're going big. You can sort of begin to make moves towards the group. And I know there's a path here, but just sort of pretend the path isn't necessarily here. And this is your group down the south, and you can see this hunter group heading north. One of these orcs begins to sort of push into the trees here, taking a goblin riding this large wolf-type creature with it. But this wolf has this much more sort of hunched back. It's much larger, the size of like a dire wolf. You can see it's quite sickly. It's got sort of mottled fur and things like that.
Like a warg. What they're called?
It is much like a warg, yes. These two are to be heading sort of forward, and you can see these two hobgoblins guarding one hobgoblin in the middle without any form of armor on him. He's wearing these robes, a quarterstaff, wearing similar clothes actually to what you guys would remember earlier as a devastator, the hobgoblins with magical abilities. This is sort of a group sort of patrolling the area. They haven't seen you yet. You're still a little way. You're actually no with the elephant. I'm going to make a perception check on their behalf.
I'd from
You
stomping
can have
on a
my
rat. I
perception
don't
if you want
think
it.
I
Chikara's been that good.
I probably imagine they've probably seen you at this point and are making moves towards you. They're probably not sure whether you've seen them. So I guess we'll roll initiative and see what's
Let's
going
roll
on.
better.
Let's roll initiative.
That's
much
better.
Well, that's better.
That's not good.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's better.
Well,
Check roll like a standard 15, I think. For them. Oh my god, how many initiative rolls are coming through? Jesus Christ. So,
5.
Balazanor. And then it goes. Actually, Doc's first.
Oh, yeah.
Doc, Balzanor, Nevedo, Chikara, Gary, and between Balzanor and Nevedo are the enemies. Just going to shove them into one sort of lump. Doc, you're up first. You can see these enemies in the distance. If you sort of try and imagine at the center point of every tree, there is a point of full cover, as these are quite thick sort of trunks. The tree here, it will give you half cover if you move behind it.
Okay.
Up to you.
Well, first thing, I'm going to cast Bless again on everyone.
Yep.
And then we're just going to move up to like this point. And could I like squat down?
Yeah.
So
I'll say you're able to squat down. Are you trying to hide?
Yeah,
Actually, no.
let's go.
Hiding is a full action, and is Bless a full action?
Yes, it is.
Then unfortunately you can't hide. So you can just sort of, you're there, but you're not, because you've cast Bless within the sort of 6 seconds. You just sprinted over to this thing, and you're sort of about to try and sort of, you're sort of squatting down, but not quite. You will gain a bonus to if they made any perception checks or anything.
Yeah,
But they probably have.
I mean, I already love as a dwarf. I just want to, get to my knees almost. Like,
Yeah.
To make the most of this half element, like 3/4 if I can.
Yeah, that's fair. Anything else?
Nah, just want to, basically, I want to be slightly forward in a position to give some calls as people start coming.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Balzanor.
Well, you see, they're all grouped up.
Oh, shame.
They're just asking for it, aren't they? And fireball.
He's gone mad.
Level 3 fireball. Does it have to be level 3 if it's a level 3 spell?
You could up it to level 4, but yeah, that's be.
Yeah, but I can't go down to level 2 as soon as.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right. Well, what's the save?
I was about to cast it. 1 second.
It should have the save on it if you cast it, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should do.
Okay, yeah,
So
I will do that.
Yeah, if you just click fireball. And also tell me where the sort of center point of fireball is, because I know it's a
Okay,
20
I
foot
will
radius.
cast it first because I'm on the page.
Yeah,
Right, lost it. Fuck, where'd it go? Not fire. Well,
it's in
There it
attacks
is.
and yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, 2 6s, but 3 1s and a decent sort of middle chunk, 26 damage. Where's the sort of center point of it?
On there. Right on that
here.
square.
So if it's on here, that means 20 feet in this direction. 5, 10,
Right
15,
there.
20.
Oh, actually,
Doesn't manage to
20
reach.
feet. No. If I put it here, will that get 5, 10, 15, 20? Will that get everyone?
Yeah, that would. Yeah, that would.
Fuck
that would
me.
get
Ben,
26.
why have I never had a chance this good? Huh?
Hey, I said you could go on this team.
Wait till you use a fireball on the sneak.
There's going to be a group of 5 of them, and Gylndan's just not going to be able to resist. She's going to be itching for it.
Also, Sam,
I've got to get past this group quietly.
Also, remember that somehow you need to destroy a cathedral spire. So,
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I gave us an explosive for that, right?
I mean, he did, but
How are you gonna
could
set
drop
the
it.
explosive off?
who
Fireball
who
it.
cares what he's saying? All right, so I need to make saves for all of this. The Devastator is going to cast Absorb Elements.
I thought you were going to say, I need to make saves for all this. Devastator's going to cast Counter Spell.
Not this early.
That would have been really funny.
Not quite this early. So Devastator casts Absorb Elements. He becomes resistant, so takes half anyway. You can add 1d6. So he passes anyway. So that's 26 is 13. Half of 13 is. Someone help me. 7.
6.5.
6. Knew that. Hobgoblins either side of him. Going to roll for them just together. They fucking failed. They rolled a 1. All right, they're dead. Goblin on a warg. 17. He passes. The hobgoblin would be dead off the top of the warg, but the warg is still
about 28. So you have rolled just fractionally under the.
3 1s didn't help.
The orc next to him has failed. The warg there has passed. The orc there has also passed. The orc. Fucking hell, Matt. That was my fault for grouping them up.
No, if they were patrol, they'd be together.
Yeah, and they're just sort of setting out on patrol. So these.
I was also kind of thinking, I need to make an entrance, don't we? We're here to distract.
I feel like we're starting to make a bit of noise now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a decent entrance, Matt.
Oh, that was a very decent
I mean,
entrance.
if you think about it, if he'd rolled low in initiative, they'd had a chance to spread out. But because he's reactive fast,
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
what initiative is,
I rolled that initiative. I
he's got
had
that
to.
time to before they can react.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Fireball.
obviously this patrol begins to sort of spread out. Doc moves a little closer, casting Bless on everyone, and then Balzanor steps up, staff in hand, fire in his eyes, raises his hand, a fireball extends from his hand, and a huge explosion erupts through the forest. The flame and the sound of just this whoosh sort of propels throughout the entire forest, taking a lot of the troops, damaging the ones that are left.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Oh, that's
Only I
very good.
create forest fires.
That's also a very good point. This tree catches fire. BT dubs. But hey, who cares about the northern trees?
I can't wait when we leave Northgard and Mazzy's with us, but it's actually Balzanor with a wig. But no one bats an eyelid.
He's got like this massive hood that sort of peers over the things. He's like, oh yeah, I got a headdress.
The horns are just sort of poking out.
Yeah.
I think I'll get away with it.
Anything else on your turn, Balzanor, need I ask?
Nah, I think I'm good.
Cool. The Devastator probably really pissed off, thinking he probably should have counterspelled it, but he was somewhat surprised, and also you can imagine Devastators as sort of being a little bit like really sort of posh, fancy people. Like they speak direct. Grumsh speaks directly through them. They almost see themselves as the most powerful goblins, the most powerful of their army, and anyone who sort of comes and faces them, especially a small group like you guys, meh, what fucking ever. Who's next in the initiative order? Next up is, funnily enough, the enemies. Goblin on a warg. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Oh, that's some movement.
Actually, oh wait, 45, 50. And he will make an attack against Balzanor.
What did I ever do to him?
That is a 16, Balzanor.
No, doesn't it? Clearly not.
Well, where's my d6? Where's my d6? I found it. Could take 3 damage.
I'll take that.
As this little goblin comes up and sort of stabs you. But then the warg also gets an attack.
Oh, what?
That is riding. Oh, but that one misses quite badly.
You just murdered over half their patrol. I think you taking 2 hits is all right.
I didn't take 2 hits. I took 1.
Oh, yeah.
And it was only 3 HP.
So this sort of goblin on the warg sort of rides up. The warg is very, very pissed off. Wargs are a little more intelligent and sentient than your average sort of wolf, and it's sort of sprinting up. You can see this goblin sort of bouncing. The goblin's like bouncing on its back, trying to hold on to the reins, like. Eventually gets to you, swipes at your sort of side, Balzanor, but then the warg in its anger tries to take a bite at you, but doesn't quite hit. The next one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It can only get to there, and the goblin will make a short bow attack against Balzanor as well, because he's fired a frickin' fireball. 15.
How do they know it was me?
Pretty
the
sure.
giant flame coming out your staff.
15 hits.
You have no proof. Sorry, what was that?
15 hits.
Yes.
That is 3 plus 2. That's 5 damage.
What is your AC, Matt? 14.
13.
Oh, 13.
The orc.
After all.
Yeah.
The orc is not looking great, but the Devastator just sort of tells him to get on with it, knowing that the Devastator has some healing power. The orc sort of looks back to him.
This Devastator, can you get this guy to talk to my entire book and football team, please? Because they're all fucking injured this week, and we've had to cancel our game because of it. So just get him to shout at them, please.
Get him to heal them.
Yeah. So the orc sort of looks back at the Devastator, and the Devastator goes, "Go, serve your purpose." And the orc will dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You'll stop about here, I think, just behind the cover of the tree. That'll be him. And then the Devastator. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Could everyone make a dexterity saving throw as he casts Fireball?
Ben, I'm going to cast Counterspell.
Oh,
good
Hey.
I mean, everyone
He's gonna-
+4, so that's really bad.
It'd be
He's
a
gonna
real shame
counter
if
spells
Bazzy
your counter
died on
spells.
his
Oh
mission.
shit!
Oh no, hang on, lads. It's
Can you
not-
actually do that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off!
Everyone gets a +4 to their saving throw, except Doc.
What is it? Fireball 8d6.
Not +4,
It's
a
86.
1d4.
Can I just agree with him that we don't cast either of our counter spells?
No.
Oh.
Oh, well, Gary's failed. Doc's failed.
1.
Oh, you get. you get
what's
+4 to
five?
that, Gary, but I don't think it's going to help.
No, we'll make a
a
difference.
D4, sorry, to that. But I don't think it's going to help you. Might help
That's
you, Balzanor. D4.
4. It's a DC 13.
Oh, he makes it.
Yes.
He makes
Very
it
nice.
with the D4.
That's
But
4,
only because I got 4. Like,
Yeah,
4,
but
7,
you're taking
9,
half damage.
13, 18, 20, 24.
Oh,
24 max damage for those that failed.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
that's rough.
And 12 damage for those that passed. As you sort of see this Hobgoblin Devastator sort of rush up, give a little smirk, and cast the fireball. Balzanor tries with all of his might to sort of stop the casting, but with a sort of twist of his hands, he flips the counterspell on his head and blasts a fireball. The fire sweeps over all of you guys. Oh shit! I just realized something. I need to make deck saves for all the orcs and wargs and stuff as well. Actually, think about it. It doesn't matter because even if they halved it, they'd be dead. So he died.
that was his entire army.
He
They've been
is
double fireballs.
Ben, I'd like to think he'd avoid hitting the people on the left. Sure.
I would assume.
Probably,
it's
yeah,
after
probably
the side,
avoid. Probably would avoid hitting maybe some of the people on the left.
That's needlessly sadistic if he's going to get them as well.
Go.
Is it though?
Die.
Yeah. Where's the orc? Orc, you can come back. Orc giant. No, just an orc. He was there. You have hardly any hit points left. Yeah. Big round for the Devastator. He can't do anything else on his turn. We move then on with the initiative order to whoever was next. Ben has misplaced his initiative order. I think it was Nevado.
I think I was last.
Gary is definitely last.
I have so many pages of notes, and I unfortunately wrote the initiative. Aha! Nevado. It is Nevado.
Oh, Gary.
Awesome.
That dexterity score is not your friend.
No.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to save my bets, and I'm going to move up here and chuck a spore canister at those boys over there.
Yeah. You sort of form this canister in your hand. You'd have to roll.
Oh dear.
Rolling to hit, it'll probably land a little bit away, but it will get both of them in the range. I think I'm going to change that to just a save for them because it seems useless that you have to make a save. Roll the damage. I was thinking about this yesterday, and I meant to do it today, but forgot to do it. That's 2d6 is 6. They need to make a DC 11 save. The orc passed. Oh, and the warg got a natural 1. Well, the goblin on the warg, but the goblin's now dead, so it's just a warg. So he takes 6 damage. The warg is still on its feet. God knows how, but still on its feet. The orc, however, as this sort of gas plumes out of the small little canister, you can just see this orc just sort of coughing and spluttering. His skin begins to mottle and burn. He topples to the ground and he dies. Quite a horrific death. warg also sort of is coughing, and you can see its sort of chest panting and breathing extremely, extremely heavy. The goblin sort of still attached by the reins by its foot, just sort of on the side. But the warg is still up, just about. Anything else on your turn, Nevada?
I don't think I have any bonus actions that I particularly want to use. So no, I'm good.
Cool. Chikara.
I don't want to be that guy in Nevado, but they were definitely not the priority. Ben, how much movement would it take for Chikara to get over this log?
It would be 5 feet of extra movement.
Okay, so I can't move Chikara's token.
Can you not? That
No.
is my bad. I will make it so you should be able to move in there.
Yeah, so Chikara's going to charge the Devastator because he's fired at all of us with a fireball. And that's
yeah,
20
I can see
feet of movement, so that's a trampling charge.
Yep.
And a trampling charge is, if the elephant moves at least, hits it with a gore attack. The target must succeed on a DC 12 strength throw, so we'll do the attack first, see if it lands. Go on, Chikara, this is very important. Oh boy.
That fucking hits.
So I'll do damage, 16 damage, and then DC 12 strength throw.
16 damage, DC 12 strength throw. Doesn't even matter about the strength throw. Chikara runs, trample charges up to this Devastator. The Devastator looking all of a sudden quite scared, like, oh my god, this Grimshamper told me about this. The horns smash up on the Devastator. He's already taken a little bit of fire damage, and they just smash up the Devastator's chin. He sort of flies back, landing hard on his back, and does not get up. The Devastator lands dead.
Oh, wow.
So
Nice.
if he'd have gone prone, he would have had a stomp to deal with as well, which would have been tasty amount of damage.
That would have been kind of nasty. It is just the warg left who is sort of coughing and spluttering as this spore canister continues to sort of plume this poisonous smoke into the area. Giri, it is your turn.
Let's end this, man. Where am I? Oh, I'm not getting 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh no, wrong person.
Go here.
If you're going up next to the thing, I might have to ask you to make a certain save. Multiple points on the ground. You can
What,
see
from the spore canister?
Yes. There's a 10 feet radius. Within the radius must take a con save. Actually, no, it doesn't. It only lasts for the round, and it was done this round. So yeah, you are going to have to make a DC. What was it? 13. Apparently, it's DC 11. That doesn't make sense. Your DC is much higher than that, Nevado. DC 15, con save, or take 6 poison damage.
My Constitution save is quite good. Yeah.
24, you're alright. You take 3 poison damage instead. You sort of walk through this. You manage to walk through the poisonous cloud without much sort of anything, really. And
I'm
roll
gonna
it.
No, I'm gonna cast my fighting spirit. Well, not cast, but use it, so I get advantage on these 2 hits.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's use the greatsword this time.
Oh,
15.
does hit. Roll me the damage.
Oh, that's max damage.
Ah, king hell.
Any point rolling, everyone?
No, just no. You sort of lunge towards the warg. It's you just sort of run towards the warg, slashing it straight across its side. Even a large gash in its flank. Drops down, dead.
That was a total waste of that fighting spirit then. Sweet.
Slightly. The camp is about sort of 50 to 60 feet ahead of you, and I'm going to put you over to the camp.
Before we go in,
map.
I'm going to cast 3 sets of Cure Wounds. This one is for Balzanor. You get +1 on top of that, so that's 14.
Thank you.
This one is for Giri, and you get +2 on top of that, so that's 20. And this one is for Nevado, and you also get +2 on this one, so that is 21.
Thank you very much, Doc.
I get 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hit points back for doing that healing.
Hey! Look at you go. You make moves towards the...
I really wish I'd remembered to prepare Prayer of Healing, but I didn't think about it.
You make moves towards the orcish camp. You can see a lot of creatures inside, sort of preparing for an attack. They're being kind of like sort of smart about it. They only sent that sort of first thing. It seems to A, try and see if they could find you, and B, whittle you down somewhat. So here is the camp.
Oh, Christ.
If you guys want to place yourselves, I think I said over here.
Oh, Nevada, you're big.
I meant to put you guys on.
No, I can actually see you being that size.
You're going to run around the camp just headbutting everyone. Like, oh, my horns.
Horns.
There's a lot going on here.
There is quite a lot going on here, so I apologize if it's a bit confusing.
Oh,
I will
Ben,
go over.
It's perfect.
I will explain what you can sort of see as you see it. To get a full explanation, one of you might need to use a bonus action to make a perception check, and you might not be able to see the full sort of scope of the camp just yet. But from the hilltop and from what you know about the camps, this is why I'm revealing the full camp now, because in the detailing of the camp, you were told what it looks like. So you guys know it is of this shape. I really should have maybe hidden some of the troops, but I don't think it matters. It is of this shape. You know the supplies are kept in this quarter, in this northeastern quarter. You know they have an almost like pen for their ogres and such, and a rather large sleeping quarter for not just for the troops that are there, but any troops that sort of come passing through. Because obviously this is one of the several camps that sort of they go through from. So it's sort of quarters ready so that they can just go in, take a rest, get up, get back going again, because Grunch has no time for mucking around. We'll stay in the same initiative. You guys are currently, if you sort of imagine, about 60 feet away from where you're currently stood. So in terms of where we just were in the sort of running order, Giri, it's your turn. No, Giri just went. So Doc, we're back at the top of the round. It is your turn first.
How long has passed between the end of the last combat and the beginning of this one?
This is sort of, if you sort of imagine...
You said it was like 50 feet away, so surely that's like...
Yeah, it's sort of the same. We're in the same sort of set of combat, really.
Okay,
Would they not have seen my fireball?
Maintain concentration on
Oh, I think they know we're here, Matt.
Oh, they definitely know you're here. You set off a fireball. Like, they had men going off. They maybe don't know where you are. If you remember that, that map was quite dense with trees and stuff. So I'd give you an advantage on any stealth checks if you wish to remain hidden. But they know your general direction is the point. They know you're here, but not your exact whereabouts. These hobgoblins clearly can't see you with their sort of longbows looking out. They're trying to look over the trees, trying to find you.
I think this has got to be one of the hardest things we've faced. Just the sheer amount of people here.
Yeah, and I've just wasted 2 of my level 3 spells.
Well, sorry, Matt, you never need to learn, or you die.
That's why I held off with the bears.
Obviously, something to remind you is obviously all these supplies kept up here. They have all sorts of stuff like Irag. They have.
Do they have new spells?
They have cloth and bone and weapons, all that sort of stuff.
Where was that again? Sorry, I didn't see when you pinged it.
Up here in
Okay.
this sort of in this quarter here. They have all the IRAG and everything like that. This watering hole here is just like a big tankard where you can see these goblins are just dipping things in and taking swigs and stuff. Yeah. So Doc, your turn. You're about 60 feet away from where you currently are stood. I'm happy to sort of skip, assuming that everyone would move forward. If everyone wants to do that, I'm happy to sort of skip to. So if we say everyone, we went through a round of everyone just dashing forward now, preparing on this thing. You can move yourself around now to wherever you would start the thing here, if you would like.
Where did he go?
I don't know. I just sort of zip across to somewhere.
Oh my, is he on the side of the? Can we actually do that? The entire other side?
You could. I mean, if you wanted to, you could make a stealth check.
Right, Nevado could,
but
because
we
he's
might
got
have to obviously
pass without trace.
I can make us all pass without trace.
I mean, yeah, you could. You could.
And we could
Like
go
I
over
said, they don't
there
know your
and-
exact location. They just know
If-
this way
Everything on
there was
fire.
a
Yeah.
fireball.
Go in. I don't think.
Yeah, then the pass without trace, we have to then all go in the same direction, right? You can't just
You have
put
to
it
be
on us and then we
within-
go.
Within 30 feet.
Within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, so we can't
Yeah.
just
Also,
spread out.
we do still have an elephant with us.
Well, with my fireball, I realise I've lost the exact grid, but I think it's about there I can reach from my understanding now.
Where?
So I need to probably get somewhere. Do we have a plan of attack, like what we want to go for first?
No,
Because
I
we
think
clearly
the attack is
scouted
just
this.
charge in and F shit up.
Yeah.
Shit up.
It's Doc's go, yeah?
Yeah, Doc's go. We've sort of skipped a thing of you guys sort of moving up to around about where you would be. So Doc, you can move yourself.
Now or later.
There might not be a later.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick a Guardian of Faith on this spot here.
Yeah. Do you want to make a shape and say where it is?
Sure. So actually, it's not letting me draw. Oh wait, that might be. I'm just gonna put a nice little cross in this box.
It's a 10-foot radius, right?
Anything that walks within 10 feet, yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So I can do a circle.
Yeah, probably rather do a circle or a square or whatever.
That's a square. Can you get?
You can change the shape of the square, just like that.
Yeah. But it's
Something like that. 5, 10.
Oh, shit.
It's a circle 10 foot around it, isn't it? So it's sort of be like that, and then
Yeah, and just move that wherever
right.
you
So anything in that circle is
is going to get affected. Yep,
gonna get affected. Yeah.
sounds good. Is that everything on your turn?
Yes, because we've done this effectively so quickly. I've still got less up as well.
Yeah.
So I've knocked off a couple of rounds of that to account for us getting hit then. So I had the first round and then 2 rounds of us travelling. So
Yeah. Awesome.
is it lonely?
Balzanor.
Slightly off topic, Ben, but I just realised my ice storm. I think the bludgeoning damage isn't quite right on it.
I'll have a look.
Because it should be 2d8 bludgeoning with a 4d6 cold damage.
2d8 bludgeoning, 4d6.
4d6, right? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
46 cold.
just-
Yeah.
I want to make sure before I then went and casted it. I wasn't planning to cast it straight away, but I wasn't really sure of my plan anyway. So, I don't really know. That's the issue. Right. Okay. I'm going to move round to, well, actually, from there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Sorry, I should have planned this out a second ago. Right, firebolt again. At 120 feet range, is that just literally anything in my path?
Anything in 120 feet.
But it's a single target.
Right. So if it hits something, it can't flow through something.
Yeah, it's not like lightning.
Yeah, so you could, so you've got to, I guess, would you say that you could throw over stuff?
Yeah, I'd say it's like an arrow.
Yeah.
You can arc an arrow over stuff.
Yeah.
But obviously,
you can arc
if
an arrow
you roll
over
to
things.
hit, so if something's in cover, then it benefits from cover.
Well,
Yeah,
to be
whereas
fair,
this is
as it's a cantrip, I feel like I might as well use it. I'm going to use it towards this guy. This big ass thing, which I'll probably zoom in and have a look and actually see what I'm aiming at.
Roll to hit on the...
Oh, I've just seen there's another one on the other side. Shit.
Oh, is there?
There's 2 devastations over here as well.
My whole
And 2
screen's
people on
blank.
ballistas.
You've gone into their territory now. But, there's a supply camp, plenty to burn, plenty to blow up.
Right. Okay, sorry.
I guess.
Oh yeah, and then it's like there's some of those
Firebolt.
berserker rage ones down the bottom as well.
That does hit. Roll damage.
Sure.
On the big... Wait, where are you
It would
casting
be-
that from?
Sorry?
From there. This wall here is about 10 feet tall. But no,
I mean, as we were
I
saying,
guess,
we can go over.
We could, and you can see through the sort of... So never mind. Roll
Okay,
damage.
well then-
roll damage.
First guy. 2d10.
Boy, 8 plus 6. That's not bad. 14 damage on the ogre. You just sort of fling this firebolt from your hands.
Oh, firebolt.
Slapping, sort of smacking
Yeah,
the
not
ogre
fireball.
in the shoulder.
I thought it was fireball, yeah, I was really confused.
Sort of smacking the ogre in the shoulder. It sort of roars suddenly as it realizes, oh shit, combat's on. All right, cool. I'll pick up my club now. The sort of the ropes they're tied to begin to sort of they're clearly really, really weak. So as it sort of gets hit and moves, you can just see this rope snap, and suddenly it's on for the ogres. They are.
Maybe this was a bad idea to attack him.
They're
first.
ready to go. Anything else, Balzanor?
I don't think I can do anything as a bonus action. No, I can't.
Cool. It'll now be the enemy's turn.
So yeah, that's the end of my action.
First of all, these 2 goblins here, they are on these sort of almost like small ballistas, these mounted sort of crossbow things. They fire. They won't fire with proficiency, but they will fire. That one definitely missed. And that one definitely... Doc, your AC. Do you have your shield out, Doc?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh, then it misses.
Yeah, there's no way I'm running into this without my shield out.
Yeah, that's a good point. So both of these, you can see sort of both of these arrows, these massive sort of bolted arrows, these really thick, massively long sort of bolts just sort of fly past you. One glances just off of your shield. Then the 2 sort of hobgoblins up here will take shots. One of them attacking Giri. Giri, your AC is 16, so that misses. And Nevado, that one also misses. Fucking hell, these guys have not had the luck the previous people had. The 2 goblins miss. This guy will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just behind here to try and get an attack on. And from there, he can actually see some of you. So what are his spells he has available? He's going to use a firebolt, I think, on good old Doc. If it gets the same number, it hits, right?
It hits,
yeah. Then unfortunately, Doc, it hits.
Ah, nice.
Where's my d10s? D10, D10, D10. Oh, that's not great. Doc, could you please take 15 damage for me as this firebolt smashes into your shoulder?
God damn.
These devastators are nasty, and this firebolt sort of bursts with flame at the end of his staff, almost throws it at you, going sort of over your shield, smacking you in the shoulder.
There goes Bless.
There does indeed go Bless. This orc here will move up, and he's going to make a javelin throw. Actually, he's not going to make a javelin throw because he can't even reach that. 5, 10, 15, 20. No, he can't. So there's not really much they can do. They're beginning to mobilize, I guess. This one here actually might go 5, 10, 15. Take a shot. That fucking missed. Jesus. Missed you, Doc, as well. That's their turn. We go over to Nevado.
Awesome. I'm going to... Can I just quickly check? If I conjure animals, which is what I'm going to do regardless, can I also then use wild shape?
That's a very, very good question. I believe you can...
I don't know, because you're Circle of the Moon, and don't they have it as a bonus action?
He's circle of the
Circle of the mountain. Or land, or whatever it's called.
Starting at second level, you can issue a command to magically assume the shape of a beast. You can use this feature twice. Your druid level determines the beast you turn into. You can stay in beast shape for a number of hours equal to half your blah 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 blah. While transformed, the following rules apply. Game statistics are replaced. Statistics of the beast, but you retain your alignment, personality, intelligence, wisdom, charisma scores. You also retain over your skill, proficiency, second throws. Transform, you assume the beast hit dice, and you revert to normal form and returns them. It is an action, yes. So you wouldn't be able to wild shape. You wouldn't be able to do it at the same time. I'm just trying. You can't cast spells, and your ability to speak or take any action that requires hands is limited to the capabilities of your beast form. Transforming doesn't break your concentration on a spell that you've already cast, however, or prevent you from taking actions that are part of a spell, such as Call Lightning, that you've already cast.
Cool.
There we go.
Fine. Well, I'm conjuring my... You know what's coming.
The bears.
4 bears, please.
Oh, Lord. All right. I need to find... Where did I put the bears? I had the bears in... Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh, yeah, so you do those menus for tokens when you need them. Stressful.
It bloody well is. But I will find a bear real quick. I really should have had this prepared. I'm very sorry. Can I just go...
Do you want me to roll some initiative for the bears?
Yes, I believe you do have to roll initiative for the bears.
Is it a D20?
Yeah.
Just a straight D20.
Plus whatever a bear's dexterity is. I don't think it's going to matter.
Bears have +0 to dexterity, so...
Okay, the bears are going last.
Oh! Wow.
But they go together, which is nice.
It's 4 of them, yeah?
Yes, it is 4 black bears.
Let's see. B.
Look at the boys. The boys.
The boys are back in town.
Cool. You have summoned your 4 bears. I need to make it so that you can...
Yes, please.
Actually, use them.
These like spiky things then, by the way. Do they offer any cover?
No.
Okay.
No.
They're just difficult terrain.
Yeah. Just difficult terrain to sort of get through. Jesus, I forgot how much there is to repair with this group. All right, you should be able to move your bears.
Awesome.
You have summoned the bears. Yeah. Also, by the way, just in case anyone needed to know or anything, the hobgoblins are about 15 feet up in these towers.
Okay, fine.
Should have mentioned that before. My apologies. You can see the sort of ladder behind them there. All right. Anything else on your turn, Nevada?
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'd like to use the cantrip Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Yes, that one. For my quarterstaff.
Okie dokie. Your quarterstaff is now a D8 plus strength instead of a D6, and two-handed is a D10. I believe it's also magical now. Good job, Chikara.
Yes.
Chikara. As a note, if Chikara steps on these things, I'll consider them trampled and destroyed. They won't become difficult terrain anymore.
Okay.
Each damage.
I'd probably say no, because you can just like move sort of
You just don't have
around
rounds to move
them. They're more just for sort of keeping people back.
Okay.
Sorry, Ben, just moving something in this is really.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Well, John. Right. Chikara's going to come up this way. So if she goes there, is that all of the fences trampled in her path?
Yeah. So that's this fence here. Trampled. Just remember that is no longer difficult terrain.
Then she's going to gore this fella.
Definitely hits all damage.
On point. 24. He dead.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
He fucking gone. That is, I'm not even going to keep him on there because I'll just get way too confusing. Yep, Chikara just sort of tramples forward, destroying these sort of spikes.
Just an orc.
Yeah. Trampling forward, the orc just sort of said, and suddenly just again these horns and the trunk slaps him almost up into the air. He just flies up, broken bones, lands hard on the ground. Gonzo.
He dead.
He definitely did.
Oh, Chikara's putting in a shift.
Chikara's putting in a bit of a shift. Giri, you're up now.
Right, I don't know whether to action surge, because I feel like unless these people here get dealt with soon, we're going to get under some serious fire. So I don't know whether to action surge and go up and try and kill one of them. But is that a waste of action surge?
Don't know what it does.
I'll just get an extra, so I can dash and then attack at the end of it. Because at the moment we're still quite far away from everything.
Spread out.
Yeah, I'm not going to action surge, but I'll dash Ben. I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 45.
Definitely spread out.
Yeah. Oh, Christ, I'm going to come up here. Yeah, I'm going to come up there, Ben.
Alrighty. Are you action surging to get another attack?
No, I've just dashed.
Just dashed. Awesome. We kick back to the top of the round then. Doc.
Do we? Do we, Ben?
Oh, no, we don't. We go to the bears. I'm very, very sorry. I need to add them to the thing.
I think the bears are before Giri.
Oh, are they? Oh, we'll have to...
They're between Chikara and Giri.
You'll have to bear with me.
Oh. Should we end the session there, lads?
Yeah, probably best. What would the bears do?
I don't know, really. I'm going to command them to come up to here, ready to attack the goblins. They can't go any further, I don't think.
Nope, that's cool. Alrighty. Now we're at the top of the round with Dokrumir.
Okay, I'm going to say something along the lines of try to draw them in, indicate the glowing guardian that everyone is standing next to. And then I'm going to cast the bestest thing of all then.
Mm-hmm.
The old spiritual weapon.
Oh, boy.
Spiritual guardian and spiritual weapon.
It has. It's just it's behind the devastators. You've now summoned 2 of them.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Can you not? It's like right there.
I can't see it.
No. I can.
I can't see it either.
I cannot see it.
I can see it? Why can I see it? Can I move it? No.
That's very odd.
That is very, very odd. Let me try and put it in for you.
Can you try?
Yep. Can you see this?
Nope. I can see your ping, but I can't see the weapon.
How weird. That is really quite strange, actually. Can you see if I put this over it? Can you see anything there?
No.
Look right next to Dokrumir. No?
No, I can just... No, this is...
Alright.
I mean, I can drag out like another dock token or something, that might work.
Yeah. That's a really good idea, actually. This tiny little dock token.
Yeah.
We'll put as the
Diddy dock.
Diddy dock.
Alright, what do I go for? Threat or... and then I'm going to use it to attack one of these goblins.
Alrighty, roll to hit.
Well, that Diddy Dock is very funny.
Oh, that is very nice.
I wish I'd attacked the Devastator now.
Roll damage. Yes, thing's gone.
Yeah, I wish I'd gone for Devastator. And then... That is a bonus action, I believe.
That is a bonus action.
So I'm gonna take the things I can't get to anything. I want to kind of lure things towards me. I'm just gonna sort of stand a little bit closer and take the dodge action.
Alrighty.
Can I just question real quick? Isn't this goblin here in the range of your...
But
yeah,
it
hasn't moved.
Oh, okay.
Guardian of Faith is weird. They can be standing close to it. It's only when they move either in range or out of range, it's the movement that provokes the attack.
Right.
It's not quite the same as Spirit Guardians.
Balzanor, you are up, my dude.
Right. Well, I've been looking... Are they trolls, by the way, these things?
They are ogres.
Ogres, yeah. I've been kind of looking at those thinking they're going to do some damage. So I'm trying to take them out or do as much damage as I can to them before anything actually happens.
But the bears have rushed in as well.
Yeah.
Using 20 feet of movement and an athletics check, you can climb over the fence.
That's cute, but I'm going to stay where I am.
You
That's fair.
Get me with your tricks.
Considering that, well, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this. Aganzar's Scorcher.
Yeah.
That will get both of them from where I am, right?
Sounds like a cocktail.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to give them this drink and then just going to burn.
There's a bunch of spell names in D&D that are quite good cocktail names.
It's got 30-foot range. I would get both of them then. I just want to make sure I can...
Oh, a line of roaring flame 30 feet long and 5 feet wide emanates from you in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must make... I'd say the line would be obstructed by this, whereas firebolt and stuff, you can fling it over. This is a straight line.
Okay, so I will then...
So it'd probably get obstructed.
Hippity hop.
Yeah, could you just make me a quick athletics check, just to...
Oh, don't do this to me.
Just in case of a bear, you are a minotaur and you're 7 feet long. This isn't.
Can I just headbutt through the fence?
But just in case of a particularly low roll when something funny might happen.
Where is the athletics? Oh, there it is. Oh, I've got +7. Should do well.
Yeah,
what is it?
yeah. You're you're very, very capable of just almost like jumping up and vaulting over this thing.
I mean, yeah, I'm 7 foot tall. I could probably just step over.
Yeah. Yep, Agnazar Scorcher, line of flame, 30 feet long, 5 feet wide. I mean, from each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. I'm guessing they have to. These two are going to have to make saves.
Yes, looks like it.
The one at the front probably passes with a 19. The one at the back fails. So this guy's passed. This guy's failed. Roll the damage of Agnazar's Scorcher, 3d8.
Oh,
are you serious? My rolls have been shit today.
With 3d6, you rolled 6, and with 3d8, you rolled 8. Am I the only one that thinks that's kind of funny?
It is.
So this one at the front passed, and therefore takes half damage. The one at the back however, failed and takes the full 8. Anything else on your turn?
You're going to go into a corner and cry?
Oh, you're already in a corner. That's good. Things are finally going your way. All right, cool.
Woohoo.
Matt, you're definitely about to get pegged in that corner.
I know. I'm sort of aware.
Excuse me?
Matt's about to get pegged in that corner.
We go now to the enemies. So the enemies, the goblin is going to fire.
No, I know. I do get it. I was just going to give Sam to explain. But please.
Nah.
12 definitely doesn't hit.
That's nice.
Let's go with the hobgoblins. Remind me what you said during the round, Doc.
I said to the others to try and draw them in, and like indicate the Guardian of Faith as the area to try and draw them into.
They can see the Guardian of Faith.
Yeah.
I need to look up something.
Yeah, but I was saying for my combos to try and draw the enemies in rather than us spread out.
They're not going to come out though because it's their fortress.
Also, real quick question: did you say that loudly? You know, maybe they could hear you saying, "Try and draw them in."
Well, they've got like a couple of hobgoblins on the side that are dumb as fuck and might come in there.
But they also have 2 hobgoblin devastators who have some form of competence. And after hearing you say this one here cast Dispel Magic on the area.
Well,
what's it called? This spell? What's it called?
Guardian of Faith.
Yeah, so it's been a real winner so far.
That's an asshole.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. So it's a 4th level spell, so you need to make a DC 14. Oh, they need to make a check, was it? For each
I need to make a check?
On the target. Right, yes, that makes sense. Alright, so that one's going to try. And he fails with a natural 2. So that was good. That's his action wasted. He's probably just going to say, "Ha, you fucking idiot. What a fucking joke." And he's just going to try and attack then Dokrumir with a 11 plus, what's the spellcasting mod? Nothing much.
Advantage.
Plus 5 to hit. Advantage? No, doesn't hit. Another firebolt even flies towards your area. You sort of manage to pull your shield up, just dispels over the shield very, very easily. Geary being right next to them doesn't seem to bother them all too much. This guy here is going to take a shot at... this guy here is going to take probably a shot at Dokrumir as well. He's the big one who's being annoying. 22, I'm assuming, hits Doc, yeah? Yeah, cool. Thanks.
But he's got disadvantage.
Does he have disadvantage?
I'm taking back to the dog action.
Oh, yes, of course he does. 15 plus 5. 20. Unnatural 20.
Yeah, that is.
That is a positive life moment.
It's fine. You only take 4 damage.
Only 4. That's cool.
Only 4. Which also makes me a... No, it's not concentration, is it? It's just there.
It's just there.
It's just there.
Yeah, my spells are just there. I've got 2 spells active at the moment, and they're just there.
Oh, the other one also is probably going to fire a dock as well, but he missed with the first one. But it's disadvantage, so that doesn't really matter. These ogres are going to come over to here, have a swing at Balznur. What's their plus? It's a +6 to hit.
You're toast.
That's
Balznor.
18, that's 24, that definitely hits. 2d8, that's 6.
Roll as well as I do.
3, that's 9, plus 4, that's 13 damage. Could you take for me, please, as this one picks up his sort of great club as you vault over the thing. It gets scorched by the scorcher, then just sort of goes, bang, just sort of slams down right in front of you. And this one here is going to go 5, 10. That's probably about it, actually. I'm probably going to say that's about it. Otherwise, we'd be here for ages, and I can't really. I think the rest of them are sort of like, yeah, we don't really need to move unless they order us to, so we'll be fine. Next up, we go to Nevado.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
I am just going to do some bits. I don't think I would need to climb over that, wouldn't I? Over the fence.
Yes, that would be. So it's a 10-foot high fence. Your climbing is your speed doubled. So every 1 foot you climb, you can walk. You climb 2 feet. You also need to make an athletics check just in case of a really bad roll, but generally you'll get over. So that would be 20 feet of movement to get over. Everyone has a climbing speed.
I've got Land's Stride, which is at 6th level, moving through non-magical terrain, but that's not terrain, is it? I'm climbing over something.
Yeah, it's an obstacle, really.
Cool. Can I try and climb over then?
Yeah. It's roll athletics just in case of a particularly awful tragedy to occur. Yeah, you're fine. You make it over that. Make it over the barrier with ease. Very, very much ease. What would you like to do? You have 10 feet of movement left. Your action and bonus action.
Could I get up and attack this guy in here?
That would be going over the here, and that is another 15 feet of climbing.
Okay.
So I guess you could move here and start your climb if you wanted to get up there.
In that case, I will do something different. I will use Thunder Wave to try and push back these guys. So I'm going to go like at the bottom of the steps there.
Yeah.
That was my plan. That's why I stayed in there, but that's fine. Carry on.
Thunderwave. Thunderwave. Is it? What about large creatures on Thunderwave? They get pushed as well, right?
So. Yeah, it's just if they miss, if they lose the.
Yeah, it's just
larger, smaller creature, right? They need to make saves. So the one right in front of you.
I'm going to cast this at level 2. So that's
cast at level 2.
Plus 1d8.
Yeah. First one in front of you probably fails with, I think it's a 7 overall, adding their modifier. The one next to Balznor passes with 15 plus 4 is 19. I'm going to assume that passes. This one here will get pushed 10 feet away, so 5, 10, and roll the damage. You have rolled the damage. That's 5 plus 8. That's 13 damage. Damn, all right. That's 17, 27. Awesome. Yeah, so you cast Thunder Wave, this huge bolt of this huge booming just thunder echoes out all across the forest. Sort of, you can see like birds just flying off in the distance now. And this one big ogre's just like and sat on his ass, like now right next to the campfire, like This one next to you takes a bit of the damage, but not quite enough to really affect him all too much. Yeah. Anything else on your turn, Nevada?
Nope.
Cool.
That is that.
Chikara.
Chikara's gonna go for the one on the left because he's attacking her broskies.
That's fair. Yeah.
So we'll give that the old gore. It's been pretty good for me this evening, but it fails now.
Gore.
No, it does not.
Nice.
No, it does not. Roll the damage.
22.
22. Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
This was a worthy investment.
Chikara sort of charges up to this ogre, seeing him do damage to Balzanor, and just like with her horns slams it, almost impaling it from its front, slamming it into the wall. The ogre is still just about up, but oh my god, only just. It's just standing there, like it almost has to use its great club to sort of stand on. It's like, what animal? Just hardly hanging on.
Chikara, bitch.
Chikara. Bears.
The bears.
The bears.
So these two are going to go there, just about. Or it's kind of actually more like that.
Yeah.
And these two are going to... there.
Yep.
And then I'm guessing only this one at the front can attack.
What's their movement speed?
Oh, actually, they might have
It's
more.
40 feet.
Than that.
Yeah.
They got 40 feet. Forget that. That one is going there. That one can only go to...
Can they get flanked with each other?
No. I don't have the movement for it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Just a general question, though. But...
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
Are they attacking?
Hunting impacts.
So these two are going to attack that boy there with a multi-attack.
Yep.
So for the bite, what is it?
It's 1d6 plus 2. It's plus 3 to hit. So roll 1d20 plus 3.
Oh, behave.
Not quite enough, I'm afraid. With the bite, this goblin is quite light on his feet. Seeing the bears come for him, he's fucking terrified. But that one definitely does hit. Does get multi-attack, so 2 attacks, one with this bite and one with this claws. Same thing for that, so that's fine. Roll 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. So that's 8.
6. That is...
That's the 2d4 I didn't add. Plus
Yeah, plus 2, that's 8, yeah. So the first sort of bite attack from this bear misses the goblin, but then getting quite angry at this, the bear just sort of like has its paw out and just whoosh, straight across the goblin's face. The goblin is fucking down and out, completely gone. Sort of bashes its head up against the thing of this big crossbow, out like a light. Yep.
And then this bear here is going to attack the whatever that thing is.
The Devastator, yeah. Roll again, 1d20 plus 3. I'll probably... yeah, 21 hits. Definitely hits. Oh my god.
So what have we got for is 2d4 for the claws.
Plus 2 is 5.
And then the bite is 1d6 plus...
1d6 plus 2...
7.
5, that's 7, so that's 12 damage overall. Oh, yeah. It needs to, you need to roll to hit again for the bite.
Also, is this spell that's a crit.
Oh, Jesus. Roll another d6.
Oh, come on.
That's kind of sad.
Just one more.
Yeah, it is one more. Yeah. For a
It's a
crit.
concentration spell, by the way, Jojo.
Yeah.
If that's what you're going to ask.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
With taking advantage.
Giri,
Yeah,
the bears have softened him up.
forgot about
Go on. Go on.
There's no way to get flanking on this one, is there?
Not really, no.
No. If I go here, I can get flanking on that guy, can't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take.
that. The bear's coming up trumps.
I'll do the thing I did before, Ben, where I'll take -5 penalty for. Is Bless still going, by the way?
No. I lost
okay.
Well,
All right.
took 24 fire damage.
Nice. Okay, take the -5 with advantage, please. Ooh, yeah, that's got a hit, surely.
I mean, -5, 17. Yeah, definitely fucking
20.
hits. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Roll the damage.
So that's 23 damage.
Nice.
He dead?
23 damage. He isn't dead.
We'll hit him with another one then.
You cleave the sword into his back. He's hardly hanging on. Like, what the? Absolutely terrified.
Hit me again. Oh
Nah.
no!
Doesn't hit. I'm afraid. Completely misses after the first sort of very heavily cleaving
Can I use
attack.
Surge?
Action surge, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I've got another 2 hits. Hit him again.
You don't have another 2 hits.
That's very disappointing.
Is that still with a -5?
No, this is just a normal. Well,
Which one is this on? Is this on
the guy that I've just hit? So he's
the
dead.
guy that you
sure.
just hit? Yeah, he is gone. Your first sort of hit cleaved into the skin of his back. The second one he batted away with his staff, but then seeing now an opening where he sort of batted your blade away, you quickly spin around and a quick stabbing motion straight through the heart. He's gone completely.
He's dead.
He did.
And then I've got one more attack as part of my surge.
Yep.
Am I allowed to move here, Ben, or no?
If you still have movement left, yeah.
Okay. I'll take the minus. Or do I? He's already taken damage from the bear, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'll be bold. I'll take the -5 hit on this one.
-5.
15?
15 does hit.
Oh, he's dead then. 21.
11.
I can re-roll that one if you want. Or is there no need?
21. Fucking hell. Alright, well, these guys were fucking useful. Jesus. Yeah, that's them. That is them completely gone. You can just see Giri like sweep through the battlefield, maneuvering around the bears, and just cutting up the Devastators, completely decimating them. Obviously, they're not very skilled combatants, so they were completely sort of gone in a way. Anything else? Need I ask?
No, that's me done.
Cool. We go back to Doc.
Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Whew, that's just sad.
I can get to here. And then 5,
Yes.
10, 15, 20. I can move my thing over here. And that's me done.
That's you done. Awesome. Balzanor. An ogre stands before you. Another one.
An ogre
behind
stands
him,
before
still
me,
up.
but it is, I believe, only just about up. So I'm
It
going
is
to give
only
it
just
a
about standing
whack
before you.
with the Clubbo do great.
Clubber de Great. Give me a roll to hit, sir. Definitely hits. Roll the damage.
Give it a whack.
Boom. Yes.
Bit better.
You sort of pull out your club, realizing that if this is a battle of the great clubs, you're going out swinging. You pull out your club, smashing it
knock it around the head.
smashing it straight across the stomach. It keels over. Now you're within reach of its face, swinging it round once more. Bonk. Falls down back on its head. It is gone. The ogre is no more.
See you later. That's about all I can do. I might.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're not quite Mazu anymore. Are you?
No, I can't attack twice, unfortunately. I thought about using other things, but I thought it was time to get the Great Club
out. Seeing all of this sort of going on, one of the hobgoblins will call out in Goblin, just, wait, we need more help over here. And this guy over here will acknowledge the fact. He pulls out a horn as his bonus action and mobilizing the rest of the units towards your position, which I will just do in and throughout the thing because I'm not going to count all of them now. So 5.
Could be 30, a long time.
50. My God. Here. This one's still going to guard this, and so is the ogre, because their supplies, Irag, and the stuff, very important to them. I'll just sort that out later on. This guy's going to move over here. I'm going to make attacks against Giri with this little goblin. It's just moved into view. That definitely misses. The hobgoblins are going to fire this guy up here upon Nevado, I think, because he's now at the bottom of his thing. He's going to try and stop him getting up. That is an 18 plus 2, unnatural 20 hits. Roll 1d8. 1 plus 2 is 3. Can you take 3 piercing damage? That's pretty disappointing.
Do I need to make a save, concentration save or something?
Yes, you do need to make a Constitution save.
Big.
Constitution saving throw.
That's fine.
That is fine. This ogre here will move somewhat around 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to go for Balzanor after seeing him back his buddy.
Misses.
He definitely misses with a 4 and then plus 6. That's unnatural 10 or 10. Doesn't hit. This guy over here goes to attack. Doc, 14 plus 5 is 19. That does hit. That's 7 plus 2 is 9, Doc. You take 9 piercing damage as this guy up here shoots you with an arrow. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, Lord. Well, that's a miss. He gets a bonus action to attack recklessly, which means that you will get an advantage on your attack, but he gets an advantage on his attack.
Shit. I didn't realize it.
Even with advantage, he rolled an 18.
Fuck.
He is not very happy at all. This guy here is probably going to take a shot at Giri after seeing him fucking up everybody. 15 plus 5 is an unnatural 20, Giri. Could you please take 5 plus 2 damage, which is 7.
7.
I know things. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I think we got through that okay. I'm sorry that took so long.
It's all right.
You went through quickly? Yeah.
I did. I'm just trying to make sure that no one else... Also, hearing the things, these guys are probably going to come up. 40. I'm just going to move those two there.
What are these?
Those are wargs, but without anyone on them.
Oh.
Just sort of regular ass wargs.
I thought they were spiders.
Nevado. They do kind of look like spiders, don't they? Nevado, you are finally up.
Yes, I am. I am deciding whether or not to be adventurous or no. I'll go with no, and I am gonna get up here. No, I'm not gonna get up there. Scratch that. Cantrip. I'm gonna produce flame and toss a fireball up at this guy here.
Produce flame, toss a ball of fire up at this guy. He will get a bit of advantage because he is in a little bit of cover compared to where you are, but roll to hit. Unfortunately, that doesn't hit, I'm afraid. You toss your little ball of fire, and it does miss. But I'd say the angle you've thrown it up at, that probably would set the thing on fire. If you think you're throwing it up, he is up there in this thing. Missing him would hit the roof of this. So although it doesn't do any damage, this would now set somewhat on fire. This, by the time your next turns come, it'll probably be in a bit more of a blaze. Anything else in your turn, Nevada?
Gonna move away. 5, 10. Gonna move to there, and that's that.
Awesome. Anything else?
Nope. That's
cool.
Me good.
Chikara.
She's just going to bully this ogre as well.
Give him a bit of a bully.
Give him a bit of a gore. Oh, that's the first one that's missed in a while. It was due.
Roll damage.
Please finish it off.
They are ogres. They are not very powerful.
Ben, can you roll the damage?
Can I roll the damage?
Yeah, I've got a little thing's popped up. It popped up a little while ago and it's not gone. It's like so I can't click on whether it's literally just covering the roll damage bit. So if you can roll damage, that'd be appreciated.
Of course, 21. That is enough. Chikara rams towards this thing, almost headbutting it with her horns, pushing it up against the wall, and you can see sort of just the sort of wall wane, the wood of the wall sort of waning as it's being constantly pushed, and just hammering at it with her horns. The ogre dies.
We have absolutely torn through this.
You have torn through this somewhat, yeah. My God. Bears.
Aha, the bears. The bears.
The bears are back in town. Let's go.
Bears are back in town. Boom. Bada-boom.
They are, of course, at a shout from Nevado going to support Doc. And they're gonna, if I can stop controlling both. And they're gonna, those ones are gonna go there. I don't think they have to be. I better check actually. What's this? Does it have a range on the spell? I don't think it does.
I don't think it does. You just have to cast it within a certain amount of certain place, and then they can be wherever.
Oh, it's got a 60-foot range. That's... These ones are also going to head over here. There we go. They're going to go there.
Oh Lord. Watch out, watch out, watch out!
So these two next to Doc are going to attack.
Yep.
So...
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that doesn't hit. Nor does that.
Ooh. So, one of the bears has missed.
One of the bears has been completely useless. The other doesn't hit again, I'm afraid.
Oh my god. Useless bears.
And also, again, doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Oh, cool. Still got two more bears.
Still got two more bears. Roll to hit with them. 19 plus 3 definitely hits. Roll damage. With, I'm assuming the bite first, so just do 2d4. Damn, alright. 7, that's plus 2, so that's 9. 9.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't hit, I'm afraid, that second attack. There's another bear.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, your bears are having a mare.
Oh my god.
How?
Wow.
All of that. That's
wow.
8 rolls and only one of them hit. that's kind of sad. I feel very sorry for you there.
I might bin the bears and get the Allosaurus out.
I told you it's about the snakes.
Yeah,
It's all about the snakes. Geary.
Imagine if you had the ability to concentrate on more than one
Yeah. Gonna go up there, Ben.
Yep.
Gonna roll to kill this guy. I'm assuming it will hit.
Yep. Roll to hit on the little goblin.
That's the card, but it's me.
Definitely hits. Roll damage. 13. You just bat him aside. There's nothing much more to it. You just sort of sprint up and shunk, completely gone.
Can I then use my second attack to with my bow, or does it have to be with my sword?
I would say it has to be with your sword, like Mazzy, sort of pulling out a sword and then putting it away and pulling out a longbow. Doesn't really make sense in the thing of things.
I'm
all right.
done.
Dokrumir.
Can we call it there? Is that all right?
Oh shit! I'd
like to go now.
I completely forgot that we were finishing at 10. I'm afraid. Yeah. I'm happy to call it there if everyone else is. I'm happy to do one more round. I really don't mind.
I'd quite like to go if that's okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Got to get early for work, so
that's cool. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next session we will be finishing off this camp and hopefully starting, if things go well, starting a little bit of the sneaky, which might be quite nice. Hope you all enjoyed. Been a bit slow, very combat heavy. But
thanks for looking after that. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, no, it's confusing. But hey, as long as it's somewhat going well, it's alright. Anyway, see you guys.
I need to have a word of the bears before next week.
Have a word at half time, Luke. Give him
yeah, I will.
Give him a good shout. Alright.
See you there, chaps.
See you guys later. Have a good one.